Hello and welcome back to Gabe in the Kitchen. I'm so sorry I missed last week's upload. We were trying to get this Castella cake and we did not succeed. At the end of this video, you see how badly that went. But yes, this is going to be our fourth attempt. Yep, fourth attempt at the Castella cake. We've learned a lot. We're going to try and show you everything we've learned along the way. We're gonna start same as always with our dry mix. Now in here you've got your cake flour, you've got your extra corn flour, you've got your cocoa powder, and now you've got your salt in there. We're just gonna stir, make sure this is sifted, guys. You want this to be nice and sifted. Then to that, we're gonna add our hot corn oil. This is 70 degrees C minimum. So we just pour all that in there. You can go up to about 90 degrees and you should be fine. This is gonna bloom our cocoa, and it's gonna help melt our chocolate as well. Now after this attempt, if it goes wrong, I give up. The biggest sort of thing we learned was we were using the balloon whisk on our stand mix. That is not good at making meringues. Why didn't I think of that? You need a wire attachment. And to sort of sort that out, because we don't have a wire attachment, I don't think, we got a hand mix. This makes beautiful meringues, and I'll show you in just a minute. So yes, you're looking for a nice smooth mixture like so. Give that a good old stir. Now while this is still hot, you want to add your chocolate. Now the other thing we learned was the chocolate tends to sink to the bottom, but I think that's because we're making the meringue wrong. So rather than, the first idea we had was just pour all the chocolate in here and melt it, but we're not going to do that. We're going to add 100 grams and save, we're going to add half of it and save the other half for later, and we'll stir that in. So half your chocolate going in, stir. Now this should be warm enough to melt. And when you've got a beautiful mix like this, it's gonna remind you of kind of like a brownie mix, but not quite, but close enough. You're gonna add your vanilla extract. We're gonna add our eggs. You'll notice it's starting to get like this. This is always gonna happen. I don't know what it is. It kind of reminds me of like cooked batter. It's weird. But yeah, that goes away, don't worry. That will go away. So let's add our eggs. We've got 8 beautiful egg yolks here. We're just gonna add them to a mix. I'll go about 2 at a time, just to give it time to settle. Also, at this point, you wanna make sure you're preheating your oven to 150 degrees Celsius. And now we're gonna start adding our milk, bit at a time, so we have a nice, thick, but runny consistency. It's worth mentioning, the part that makes or breaks your Castella cake isn't this part, it is actually the meringue. That's what makes or breaks your entire recipe. Boy, do I know. Nearly there, so I think we'll need all the milk. We might need a little bit extra. Lemon in. This is gonna help stabilize your meringue, of course. Hand whisk. Now you want this at a low speed, the lowest speed you've got on your hand whisk. And you just wanna keep going so you get a nice froth, like a nice cappuccino froth. And of course with any meringue, make sure there's no oil in here at all, and make sure there's no water in there either, because that just won't work for a meringue. So we've got our mixture. We're just gonna start adding sugar. Add it a bit at a time. Right. Done. Really, really happy with that. Fingers crossed, this is the one, guys. Look, at this point, you wanna make sure that you're heating your kettle. You wanna get that boiling at least 70 degrees C. Right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab a scoop of our meringue, maybe 2, and then we're just gonna mix it into here. This is to conserve as much of the air as possible, even though I doubt we'll need all of it, but we might as well. Notice how much thicker it is compared to the first attempt that we made. And I'll show you what the other attempts looked like as well. This is much better, much better. And we're gonna add our velvety smooth mix. I hope you guys can see that. Straight in there. Oh yeah. Don't worry too much about losing air bubbles because we've got plenty, trust me. There's plenty of air bubbles in here. But obviously the more you can maintain, the better for your entire cake. See if the chocolate stays afloat on the top.
Ooh.
The chocolate stays afloat on the top, guys.
Yay, let's
Here's what we've done. A long strip, measured the corners, 4 corners, that's the length of baking paper, greaseproof paper. Cut it, buttered half of it, folded it directly in half, buttered all the corners of our tin. That became the walls of what you see here. Then measured the square, cut that, buttered again, and stuck that right on the bottom. Now I'm gonna pour this from a height. It could be a bit thicker, I'm not gonna lie. I think our meringue stopped a little bit early. So actually I have a bad feeling about this. At least it won't crack. Yeah, at least it won't crack. Put that straight in a large baking tray. Nearly made a mistake there, guys. Before your hot water, get some foil, especially if you've got a detachable baking tray like I do. You wanna protect that a little bit because the water can seep through the corners, you see? And hot water down the side. In the oven, 150 degrees C for an hour to an hour and 10 minutes. Keep an eye on it. So after 45 minutes, start checking with a skewer, and then we'll go to this completely bone dry. Excellent news, my lovelies! Look at my beautiful Castella cake! Yeah! But the bad news is it's still got about 12 minutes left. So if it can last 12 minutes without bursting or splitting, then we've done it! Guys, it worked! On my 4th attempt! Here we go. I've checked it and it is perfecto! Perfecto! Yeah! Now I just have to not drop it. Look at that. Yeah, there's 2 holes in there because that's the skewer holes that I used to check. But that is perfect. So when you've got your perfect Castella cake, you want to remove the foil. Hey guys, I'm so excited. Thank you, Jess. And now we peel the outside. Now you want to peel the outside because you don't want it to steam too much. It will shrivel and shrink. So you want to carefully peel the outside. Oh, guys, I put so much work into this. Imagine if I get like 10 views. Oh well, it's a personal achievement anyway, so I'm very, very, very happy. Look at this. Do you know how long I've been waiting for this? Come closer, guys. Look at that. Hell yeah. I wonder if the chocolate has sunk to the bottom this time. Oh, we gonna find out when we gotta do it. Who cares anyway? Look at it. Anyway, leave it cool completely. At least 1 hour. And then we'll slice into this bad boy. And there you have it. All I'd say is make sure your meringue is perfect. If your meringue is perfect, your Castella cake will be perfect. And cook it long. I'm talking an hour and 20 minutes minimum. That will really hold the structure and it will cook perfectly. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Don't forget to record the damn thing. It failed.
No.
Yours is a sticky.
I don't think so. No.
Yes. that.
It's never, ever, 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 ever gonna happen. I don't think so.